Hi folks, and thanks for joining us for another edition of the CEO's blog. John, how are you?
I'm well today, Amanda. Yourself?
Yeah, very well. Plenty happening, and we've got another first winner out at Bathurst just recently.
Yeah, Kelly Munro, driving for Father Michael. Great win. It's good to see every week we've got a new young driver, concession driver, coming through with a win. We watch all the races, as you and I know, but sometimes someone misses, slips through under our guard. So if we do miss someone in these first wins or a historic win, just let us know, or let you know, Amanda, and we'll certainly give them the publicity they so well deserve.
Yeah, exactly right. So John, some of our young participants are doing good things, and some of our horses are as well. New South Wales Breeders' Challenge horses are doing some great things, not only here on home soil but overseas as well.
Yes, Art of Confusion broke the track record at Yonkers in New York, 149.3. Formerly raced by the Cowra family here in New South Wales. So it just proves that Australian horses, New South Wales horses, are the equal or better than the best in the world. So a great effort there by the Art of Confusion.
Okay, let's change the tune. Jason Turnbull is on the mend.
Well, I don't know whether he's on the mend. He had a horrific track accident last week. Compound fractures of his leg. He's had 2 operations in Orange Base Hospital. They were hoping today that things would be looking a little bit better for him, but that's not the case, and that's understandable to a certain point. More operations to come. So Jason, we wish you all the best, but we do know it's going to be 3 months clearly that you will be waylaid, and to the rest of the team at GD Lodge, well, they'll have to dig in and do the work, but our thoughts go out for you. And of course, your uncle Craig Turnbull had that horrific accident last year. This is how long ago. He's making a recovery. It was really good. He visited his grandfather AD on the weekend in the lagoon, and that's the first time he's basically got away from the property in Victoria. So Turnbull family, in that respect, track work incidents and what have you, aren't travelling that well. But all our thoughts are out with Jason, and as quick a recovery and a full recovery as he can possibly get.
Most definitely. On that note, how is Graham Betts?
Graham Betts is still coming along fine. As long as he follows doctor's orders, he'll be back as good as he was before. But he may have some thinking to do about what he does in the future, especially when there's plenty of good concession drivers out there.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely one in his stable for sure. John, the 2-year-old racing policy, it's being looked into? Yes,
we've this 2-year-old racing season is over. We have this policy. Harness Racing New South Wales has that policy for very good reason. However, all these policies are reviewed. We've provided that policy to a group called the Standardbred Welfare Group. They're eminent veterinarians engaged in our industry. They're at a national level, and they'll come back to us and the board, and we'll see what we do with that before the 2-year-old season starts again on the 1st of January. And talking about that, in October, we will release the 2-year-old program for the upcoming season.
Wow, okay, so nice and early.
Very early, and whilst we're on policies, of course, we've had quite a few abandoned meetings lately. We, unfortunately, due to the rain, lost Penrith, Bankstown and Newcastle 3 days in a row. They're effective from the 1st of September, though. The board have changed the compensation policy when a meeting is abandoned, and now the owners get $200, the trainers will get $100, and drivers will get $50 even if they're not on the track. If the drivers are on the track, of course they get their fee, which is applicable to the race, but this is an additional. But it will be contingent on the horses actually arriving at the track for that compensation to be paid. We don't want to see people out of pocket, but we've got to balance this very well. So from the 1st of September, trainers, drivers and owners will all be compensated. In the event of an abandoned meeting, if they arrive at the track.
Okay, that's fantastic, because we saw at Penrith on Thursday night, horses were actually on the track ready to race for race 1 before the meeting was abandoned.
And just to explain that, the owners, they received $200. The drivers that were on the track behind those horses, they'll get, I would presume, $65 because that's their driving fee. However, those other drivers that were at the track, and there were quite a few because it was a short meeting and most of the horses were there, they'll get $50. And the trainers of all the horses, something they haven't got previously, they'll get $100 per horse. So
everybody's covered.
Everyone's covered, but they must sign in. Now, the rules say that as soon as you arrive on course, you sign in with the club secretary or the club reception area, wherever they have that. So it's the clubs and the participants must work together to make sure they sign in, because we don't want many sort of little arguments after the fact.
Exactly right. Talking about clubs, John, Menangle, they have a special on.
It's Owners Month in September, so if you go to Menangle and go to the Miracle Mile restaurant, mention David Watson's name, and you'll get your meal for half price. So fantastic meals always in that Miracle Mile restaurant. So just go along to Menangle, Miracle Mile restaurant, mention David Watson's name, and you'll be right to go for the night.
David Watson Jr. That's all you got to say.
David Watson Jr. I would check that out. Possibly they would be looking for bookings earlier than day, so you'd contact Erica before 10 a.m. on the day of the meeting. So or earlier in the week, of course.
Okay. It's also going to be a big meeting for Cowra this Sunday.
Yeah, the centenary. It falls on the 8th, but Cowra first held trotting races at the race course or the trotting track on the 6th of September 1919. So Duane O'Connor and Darryl Davis and all the crew there, they've planned a very big day. So if participants just want to go and be in the nostalgia of a great event, they should head off to Cowra this weekend.
Yeah, they've got plenty happening. Gold coin donation, which will be donated to the hospital as well, and free face painting, kids rides, mini trots, they've got it all. But
there's some very big prizes on offer just for attending. I do know there's a trip away, which would be perfect for anyone that's looking for a break. So go along, be part of the day, and really enjoy what will be fantastic. Cowra, their last Carnival Cups meeting, outstanding. This one will be even better again. Yeah, looking forward to it. John, on that note as well, just a couple of weeks away, we've got the awards night. Yeah, the awards night, and all our divisions, our horse nominations, our driver nominations, where it's not worked on a premiership, we will have them out tomorrow. And please book. We're already more than 3/4 full for the evening, so I suggest don't be disappointed. It's a great night. As I keep on saying, there's no race meeting the next day. It's a time to go along, enjoy yourselves. Certainly pat the winners on the back, but enjoy whatever you've taken out of this past season. Yeah, exactly, and just have a night off to relax. A night off to relax, and the next day as well, Ricky. All right, John, I think we've covered most things, unless there's something you want to add. Have you got any other news for us? No, there'll be more news next week, Amanda, and as usual, it's a pleasure. All right, thank you for your time. My pleasure.